Hello, this is Photography Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Gears of War Ultimate Edition for the Xbox Series S. Gears of War Ultimate Edition is a remastered version of the original release. The game sees you play as Marcus Phoenix, a soldier in the COG army. The game is set on the fantasy world of Sarah, where you must fight to save humanity from a ferocious enemy. This Ultimate Edition features new levels, bonus content and revamped cutscenes. So what is the game like to play? Well, Gears of War is a cover-based action game where flanking, cover and outwitting your enemies are key to victory. Each gear is equipped with two main weapons, one sidearm and a grenade. The controls are still as fluid as ever, with a satisfying weighty feel to the gears themselves. The combat sequences are loud, brutal and really kind of ferocious.
Bits.
You're not alone on the adventure either, with a 4-man squad to aid you, but the AI, oh my goodness, it's all over the place, with your allies often just standing around doing fuck all. Or even worse, you've got a group leader and he needs to unlock a door now and again. Oh, but he forgets, of course he does. One of the standout elements of Gears of War are the Locusts, the brutal and ferocious enemies attempting to wipe out life on Sarah. These grotesque humanoids rise from the depths via these emergence holes and attack in great numbers, leading to some really terrific set pieces. The story, although a little bit muddled due to being dropped into a universe with no knowledge of it, does hold together. The various twists and turns set up the other games in the series and it keeps you interested throughout. The characters are also one of the biggest strengths of Gears, with a varied cast to accompany you. Dom is like your right hand man and the younger brother of your close childhood friend Carlos Santiago. Augustus Cole is a former sports star on Sarah and adds a bit of light relief. And there's also Damon Baird, who's a bit of an annoying twat, who's also forgot to dye his hair for this game. Where's all the fucking blonde hair from Baird gone in the old games? What's that about? But what's the difference between original Gears of War and the Ultimate Edition Gears of War? Well, firstly, there's new chapters that take place during the latter parts of the game. These add some tense shotgun sections, an epic boss fight, but aside from that, I do feel like they were a bit like padding. I can't say these new levels felt necessary or even worthwhile, as they didn't really add value. They didn't add a great story or a key development that players might have thought, I wonder what happened in that section. Do you know what? The section they've put these bits in, nobody has been thinking, how did they get to the train station? Who the fuck cares? Nobody cares. What a complete nonsense. It just makes the game longer by about an hour and a half, but it doesn't really do anything other than that. Like, I feel like it also does affect negatively the flow of the game, because the first game had almost like the perfect flow, whereas here, you get to a point you're like, right, we're nearly there, we're nearly at the end. Oh no, we've got to do an hour and a half of this shit. Really, I'm glad they added new levels, but not here. Add some backstory on General Rahm. Add some backstory on how Marcus ended up in prison. Not this crap. Jesus. Aside from the new levels, what have you got? You got comics. Now, you can collect dog tags in the game. When you collect enough, you can read a comic. So that's nice if you want to get a bit more backstory on Pendulum Wars era Gears. Graphically, again, in this edition, they've improved, but for me, I'd say the best bit about the Ultimate Edition is the cutscenes. The cutscenes have been completely reworked, and they are just fucking beautiful.
Traitor like you doesn't deserve to wear the uniform.
Looks to me like you need all the help you can get.
Step aside.
Lastly, on gameplay, I have to mention the performance issues relating to the AI, the collision detection, and the general stability. When you hear the words Ultimate Edition, it does kind of make me worry nowadays, especially with what we've seen with Grand Theft Auto and other games. You would think it would be polished clean, with no flaws. Wrong. I suffered a number of game freezes, a number of crashes, music cut out. The AI of your teammates was absolutely pathetic. And, this is basic entry-level shit. Like, imagine a Japanese developer doing this. No. Fucking Western developers and their lack of product testing, it really pisses me off. terms of graphics, as I mentioned, there are some absolutely delightful cutscenes, a real pleasure to watch. Day-to-day graphics, yeah, it looks good. Does it look that much better than Gears 1? I played them both in a relatively small time frame because I was doing a documentary about the series. But difference? Yeah, a little bit better, not much. But there's so much more technical problems here. Like collision detection, what's that? And also Baird's hair colour again. Why has he got brown hair? He's blonde, fuckheads. Fucking hell. Sound-wise, what are we talking? Voice acting, good. I feel like it's just been lifted from the first game. I don't know if they've re-recorded it. I can't tell the difference, but it's always been powerful and gritty. Again, though, sound-wise, music cuts out quite frequently in epic fight scenes, which is really, really strange. Okay, the good and the bad points. What's good? Visually, it's a marked improvement. The cutscenes are fantastic. The bonus comic books are a nice addition, and at its core, it's still Gears of War, which was always a very playable game. Bad points, the game is riddled with glitches. Riddled. Especially the first half, for fuck's sake. The bonus levels, thanks for adding them, but what the fuck was the point? Because it's like a non-entity of a story. No one cares about that section. Nobody. And definitely, they could have done more to make it like an Ultimate Edition. Like, what's Ultimate? Ultimate crap AI. So, the verdicts. It sounds like I'm going to shit on this score. I'm not, because I love Gears. Anyway, Gears of War Ultimate Edition. It's a visual upgrade on the original. Nice cutscenes. I like the comics because I've read them all and all that and blah, blah, blah. But it didn't blow me away. For example, new chapters should add value. They don't. Instead, it just drags it out. It pads it out. It wasn't broken, don't fix it. Aside from that, it's still a fun Gears of War experience because it's Gears of War 1 with a bit of padding and some nice cutscenes. That's how I describe it. If you've never played Gears, I would still say play the original first because that's the OG version. That's the one I would say does it better. Then, if you enjoyed that, play this one, but don't make this your first one. This is one to play after you've done the first game. So my score for Gears of War Ultimate Edition is 7.5 out of 10. I really, just as an aside, I hate these games that say Ultimate Edition because that would insinuate that everything's perfect. Well, it isn't, is it? No. So, why not test it a bit better next time, yeah? How about that? Okay, well, anyway, that's the review. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, become a patron. Why not? This is Photography Gamer signing off. Thank you very much. Good night.